Andre, you have everything in your tool chest in your defensive line. You got pass rushers, you got young, you got old, you got run stoppers. Is everything in that toolbox you want?
Well, that's what I'm figuring out right now. So I hope so. But that's where we're out here right now, trying to figure out in practice. So that's why we put guys in different positions all the time and see what guys can do. We're trying to figure out who can rush, who can drop, who's stout against the run. So there's a lot of different combinations that I'm throwing out there just so I can evaluate it. And when we get close to game time, and I can put the guys in the best position to succeed.
Just the one day you've had so far, but have you learned anything just from that one day that maybe you've been surprised by, or it's just going to be things you want to incorporate?
No, it's really kind of changed for me over the years. You start off as a little league football player and you get all jacked up about pads, and then you go to high school and you get all jacked up about pads, and you go to college and you get all jacked up about pads, and then when you get in the NFL, there's really not much difference between practicing in pads or practicing out of pads. I mean, they just got to get used to carrying the pads again. So the thumping out there was a little bit harder than what we've been doing before. But really, you get a good evaluation of since we've been here. In mini camp, it was hard because we didn't let the guys go. We didn't let the front go. But since we've been in camp, we've let the front go. So really, you find out that there's not very many surprises because the guys in this league, they go hard because they're fighting for a job. So we have to tell them, whoa, whoa, all the time, even though they only just have a helmet on. They go full speed. So I didn't expect to see anything different yesterday from what we've done from the first time we started practicing.
With DJ Wano, he was talking yesterday. He's watched a lot of other defensive ends, whether it's Daniil trying to pick up on that skill set, but he also talked about, Pierce, Tomlinson, learning some of the 4-eye. What can he take from some of the interior technique that you'd like to see him apply at end?
Well, it's not just him, but all of our ends have to learn how to play somewhat like our 3 techniques and nose play, because there's times where we tighten those guys down. They're not always on the outside shoulder of a tackle or outside shoulder of a tight end. So the techniques that the D tackles use when they have to play inside a tackle, they've got to execute those same techniques in the run game. So that's the reason probably why he's talking to the big guys of when I get caught in a certain position, how do you get out of it? So he's watching tape and he sees, Dalvin in a position where he really should be blocked, and he found a way to get out of it. So that's probably why he's asking him those questions.
Andre, what impact, if any, does releasing Gladney have on the defense?
I don't think any right now because he hadn't been here. It's sad to say, but the NFL is out of sight, out of mind. You get hurt and you're injured, the train keeps moving. It never stops for anybody. That's just the way this league is. So he hasn't been here, he hasn't been practicing, so he hasn't been around a group. So other than the guys feeling because they have a relationship with him, but when it comes to the football part of it, he hasn't been here, so it really hasn't been an adjustment factor there.
Our view as a coach when things like this happen and teams have to move on for guys?
No, because it's just the way this league is. I feel sorry that he's in the situation that he's in. But me personally, if it's true, then I don't. That's just the truth of the matter. That's just who I am as a human being. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. But if it's true, you're a grown man, and if you put yourself in those kind of positions, then you got to pay the consequences. That's the way life is. So there's no sorrow in my heart.
How different is Sheldon's role now versus when he was here back in 18?
It's a little bit because right now he's not starting, but he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot on base downs. He's going to play a lot on third downs. So when we go out here at practice, he's getting reps against the 1s, 2, and that's just not rolling against the 2s. So I expect him to play a lot. In my mind, I got 2 starting 3 techniques between him and Big Dalvin.
He's played a lot of different roles dating back to when he was an outside linebacker in Seattle or the Jets, wherever.
him because he's had the experience of rushing in different places. He's had to rush over a tackle. He's had to rush over a guard. He's had to rush over a center. So that helps him because he feels comfortable rushing in any place we put him on the front. And then that helps us because we can put him in different places. So we can find matchup problems, through the course of the season that we can put him in different spots to be able to take advantage of that.
Is it kind of rare to find a backup who has legitimate is a starting caliber quality player, but is now anticipated in a backup role? Have you ever had that type of situation before?
Sometimes you have it when guys, are I'm not saying Sheldon at the end of his career, so don't take it the wrong way, but sometimes you have guys that have hit their past the 30 mark, and so teams try to get younger, and this is a way for a guy to continue to play and still get a lot of reps. And when you have that, that's a huge bonus for you. When I was in Cleveland, we had Kennard Lane, and I had him in Denver also. And Kennard had been a long-time starter with the Redskins, and I got him to come to Cleveland, and he played that role. And then when I went to Denver, I got him to come to Denver, and he played that role. And so, he was very productive for us, and it kind of helped him, be able to steal 4 or 5 more years, in his career and still make some money, and still was able to give me 6 or 7 sacks a season.